Hey guys, welcome back. My name's Stu, and this is Clifford's Cliff for Rollercoaster Tycoon Classic. Your chum Clifford has brought some seafront gardens which are spread across a tall cliff. He has enlisted your help. In order to turn these gardens into a haven for coaster lovers, you may landscape the gardens, but you cannot destabilize the cliff walls. Your objective to have 10 different types of roller coaster operating in your park, each with an excitement value of at least 6.00. So it is a custom scenario. It's got a wacky backstory and it's got a very nice looking landscape with lots of these peep traps included all over it. So you should be able to guess by now this is from Radrian. Okay, so we've got an entrance there. Is that the only one? Looks like it, although there's kind of like fake little entrances there. That's nice. It's like a nice little touch. I don't know if this is based on a real life location, but there are similarities to places I know with the roads like this that end and there's parks and things like that nearby. Um, it all looks very nice. Do we have any rights when it comes to this area here on the cliffs? No, we don't. Okay. That's cool. That's no problem. So we need 10. Let's have a look. What have we got? We've got transport rides. We've got a good selection of gentle rides. We've got a few coasters to begin with, some thrill rides, some water rides, and a decent enough selection of shops so that all we need to do then is put our research into roller coasters, at least to begin with. I am going to change the paths slightly, very, very slightly. Like, for example, this section here, I'll just replace that with a simple T junction. Again, that one, I'll just get rid of the excess and just have it as a normal path. But there, I'll replace that with a T junction, get the bits off at the side. But for now, what I'll do to begin with is I'll just put no entry signs at the bottom of the stairs like that. Click that. That becomes a no entry sign. So the guests won't be able to wander up there. I will have to zone staff. Otherwise, they're going to wander up there, and I don't want them doing that. So, yeah. Let's check this out. Oh, we are charging for entry. Okay, so once I've got a couple of rides down, I think I'll put that up to 40 to justify it. We are going to just crack on with the coasters. I might put down some flat rides here and there. But yeah, let's just go for it and see what we can build. October year one. So we've got a loan of 9,000 and we've got two coasters done so far. So we've got a wild mouse just here called Sand Flea because we are at the beach. And we've got decent excitement on that. 6 excitements. That's great. And then we've got this ridiculous launch looping coaster just here. So it launches out, does the loops, goes round, little interaction there, not much, but enough. So prior to that, the wild mouse, the excitement on that was about 5.6, but I left that gap underneath it because I figured we'd try and do something. I wasn't sure at the time, but eventually we ended up with this. And as soon as I did that, the excitement came back fine. So do your coasters. If they don't come back over the 6, don't panic. You can always edit them later or interact them or add scenery or something. So yeah, we've got 2 down and we've got most of this area done. I think what I'll do, we've got some little seating areas, shops, that sort of thing. I think what I'll do is I might add a couple of little flat rides down here to help bring more guests in. We're charging 40 at the moment. And then what we'll do is we will expand up to the next layer and basically do the same sort of thing. We've got 4 terraces, and there's 8 sections if you count each side, either side of the path. So you've got 2 here, 2 there, 2 there, and 2 there. There you go. That makes 8. Counting with Stu. So I figure if we can cram in 2 extra somewhere, that'll make it easy for us. So I'm thinking, can I do something on these side bits? If I can put one on one side and one on the other, that means we'll have 4. So we'll only have 6 to build, and then we've got a nice, easy finish then with one each side of the path. But I'm just thinking ahead and trying to make things easy for future Stu. October year 2, and we've got 4 coasters built, and we've got a vertical drop coaster just over here. So we've managed to cram it in on this side. It's called Cliff Jumper. Nice stats on that. So yeah, it drops down. We haven't got building rights over the cliffs here, but we do have them over or under, in this case, the path section here. So that's pretty cool. So we've got one that side, and then we've got a corkscrew coaster just over here set into shuttle mode. So originally the spike just came up here, but it wasn't quite good enough for the excitement. So what I did is I had it coming up and over, and then we added that little half loop at the back there. So, you know, it gives it a little bit more excitement, a little bit more, another inversion in there, because that little half loop counts, and we've got an extra couple of drops in there as well. So let's have a look at the stats. So nice high intensity on that. Comes up through the underground section. Cobra roll. Over the hump. Half loop. And then back. So 5 inversions in total. That's pretty cool. Cobra roll is classed as 2, and it does it twice. So that's 4. Counting with Stu once again. Wow, you guys are being spoilt. 2 editions of Counting with Stu in the same episode. Cool. Yeah. So, and then this one, then it drops down underground, comes back up, a bit of a turnaroundy bit, and then goes underground, and then matches up with the back end via a chain lift. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. The looping coaster, probably way too fast. I've got it set to the maximum speed. But you know, we could always turn that down or not. Doesn't really matter. Maybe I will for the outro. Because it looks a bit weird being too fast. So now we've got those 2 crammed in on the sides. That means we've got 6 spaces left. So I'm going to adjust the bar then, sort them out, drop down some sharp seating areas, that sort of thing. And then we'll have a look. We've got these ones unlocked. So I'd like to see what else comes out. And yeah, so we'll probably just run it for a bit like that and see what comes out. October year 4. So most of year 3 was spent fast forwarding. I just wanted to see what other coasters come out. And then we built these 2 as well. So we've got a twister coaster just there, and then we've got one of these that we don't normally see. It's the Soapbox Derby Racers. So 5.92. Again, I'm not worried about that because I know we can interact it at some point. And with the twister, it's called Riptide 5.82. And I'm not worried about that because we can always add an extra lap. So we've done changed the paint color on the corkscrew coaster. So this one was meant to be multi-launch. And in testing, where the train is lighter, it worked, and it would go up, and it wouldn't make it all the way over. It would drop back. It would do this bit in reverse, and then it'd be a bit faster and do the whole thing. But for some reason, where the train is a lot heavier, when the passenger on, it's making it all the way over, which I don't understand. But you know, RCT physics and all that. So yeah, so there's only one train. So in order to get the excitement, what I'll do is I'll just up that to 3 circuits and it'll be fine. There you go. A quick skip of the rain. For the Soapbox Derby car, originally the excitement came back. It was about 5.4, something like that. So what I've done is I've added these little buildings. See, there's 2 on the chain lift and 1 at the back there. If I turn scenery off, like so. You can see there's like a path there, so that's acting as a head chopper just there and there. So that'll give you a nice little cheeky bonus, plus the scenery as well. That'll give a little bit of scene bonus, plus the trees and all that sort of thing. So got a little twist down there, a little bit of excitement bonus. So that's cool. I'm sure we'll be fine with this one. You know, we're going to be building more coasters. I'm going to be building something up here. That might be enough. We'll wait and see. But as I said, don't panic. You'll probably get there via interaction or something like that. If this was a pay per ride park, even better. Just open it up, get the money from it, and at a later date, make it more exciting. Yeah, so just need to work out what 4 coasters we're going to put up here and build them. October year 5, and we've got coasters number 7 and 8. So we've got spirolysis, which isn't a word. I did check. At least I don't think it is. Because sometimes I think of something, oh, that'll be quite funny, and then I don't realize that it's actually a word, and maybe it means something that I shouldn't use or something. But you know, it worked out well. And then we've got this one here. It's called Boomerang. So this one did come back with the intensity being really high. So I removed some of the inline turns, some of the barrel rolls, and some of the drops. Because obviously it's a shuttle, so everything you put in is generally doubled if it has to go through it twice. So yeah, so let's have a look. Only the 4 inversions it was higher, and the drops there was higher again. So there was nothing in particular that was causing the intensity to be about, I think it was about 10.6. It was just a case of having too much of a few things, too many drops, too many inversions, that sort of thing. So yeah, other than that, it was fine. I did originally tinker with having the drop height a little bit shorter. That didn't really work, and in the end it just stalled because it wasn't going fast enough. So that's when I had to remove things. And then we've got a spiral coaster just here. So yeah, simple design, just drops down. Got a few turnarounds around there, and then we got the photo section and then brake run as well. So we need coasters number 7 and 8. Let's crack on. October year 6, coasters number 9 and 10 are done, although the game is only recognizing 9 of them because the twister still hasn't got that excitement. Oh, did I show you? I don't think I did. I didn't show you the boxcar one. So yeah, the excitement 6.07, that was simply from building this one here. What are they called? I can never remember. The inverted shuttle coaster. That was simply from building that one. It just boosted just because it's the proximity of it. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we've got a flawless coaster just up here, the purple one. It's called Grackle, which is a type of bird. I don't know if they like glyphs or anything, but I don't know. I was just looking at birds, and then that one came up. Just googling like birds that would be on top of a cliff or something, and then that showed up, and it probably wasn't even related to that cliff thing. So I wanted shorter trains. So these are kind of like the what do they call them? Is it like the Infinity Coaster ones that they call? Yeah, where they got the 4 rows of 4. I just wanted something a little shorter. I don't know why. It just felt a bit more. Oh, I'm going to say the R word. No, I'm not going to say it, but realistic. You know, I think realism is overrated, but sometimes it's nice to dabble. And then we've got the wooden coaster. Let's have a look at the stats of the Grackle. Decent stats. And then we've got the wooden coaster just here called Driftwood, and decent enough. This one, originally the intensity came back too high, and then so I tracked the lateral G, and we can see it now actually. Or rather, we won't because I've fixed it, but I'll show you where it was. And you can probably guess where it was. It was this upwards banked bend. And it's not showing it. Oh well, never mind, it was there. So what I did is I just put a little trim brick just up on there. We just so happened to have a flat section there, which was handy. So I did that. Will it show it on this one? stop. Let's fast forward it slightly because we don't really need to worry about the time, even though I have waited until October. I don't know why. It's just habit, I suppose. So there you go. So it's just short of the 3. So it's 2.7. Yeah, so originally it was 3 point something, so 4 point something. I can't remember, but it was way too high. But we put the trim brake down. I tried it a couple of times on different speeds. So what I did is I saved it, and then I went in, put the trim brake, set it to whatever speed it was. It didn't do anything. So then I just lowered it, didn't do anything, lowered it again to I think it's about 27 miles per hour, and then that brought the lateral G back under control. So that's when I loaded the save back up and went straight in and changed it. That way I wasn't wasting any time. And we got a little loop, and then we got a little hump, and then a little interaction with the purple one, and then back to the station via a water drop just below there. That's cool. Oh, hang on a second. In the law of Stew Park, if a rider's got a water section, you might get wet. We had a little exclamation mark on there so you know when you're looking at the park map. Cool. Speaking of park maps, we've got kiosks and toilets on major junctions and things like that. So every time it's rained, we have benefited from that cash massively. So we've got the 9 coasters. So every day, I think it is, the game checks. It's looking to see if we've got 10 different coasters with the right stats. Well, that looks a bit weird, doesn't it? That little section there. Let's have a look. Looks fine from that angle. Okay, so the game's checking every day or whatever to see if we've met the criteria, and we haven't, and it's broken down. Of course it has, because we're recording. And why wouldn't it do that? Where is Mechanic 2? It looks like Mechanic 2 is running so fast he's got a blur behind him. That must be a second mechanic. Is that a second mechanic? Yeah, it is. Oh, there you go. It's like, stop following me, stop following me. Okay, let's run on fast forward till they go back and fix it. No. There you go. It's fixed. Right. So, I guess what we do now is we up the number of circuits. We've got loads of staff in this park. And we've got loads of handyman. We've got, oh, there you go. We've got one, we've got one handyman or one mechanic per layer. So why was there 2 on this section? Yes, that's annoying. I'll tell you what we'll do. Since we got so much cash, let's just chuck a few more down. Leave them on free range and they'll be fine. They'll find their way eventually. Okay, so what we'll do then, we'll up this to 3 circuits. We've already done that. So now we just have to wait for the stats to come back. I thought the game had frozen then. It was just on pause. Maybe what I should do is shorten the number of trains. We've got it on 7 cars per train. So maybe if I shortened it to 6, it wouldn't make it over. And it could be as I intended it to be, a multi-launch. And I was thinking I'm adding quite a few of those recently. But then parks seem to be adding a lot of multi-launch coasters in real life as well. And, you know, I know realism is overrated. But in case you were wondering, that's why. It's because they do seem to be more popular these days. And perhaps it's just because it's a lot cheaper to make them. I'm going to make them so high. Cool. I'm going to include as much track. Stew. Awesome sauce. So yeah, that was Clifford's Cliff. Another fun time from Radrian. He is making some of my favourite scenarios at the moment. Got a little maze just down there. There's plenty of space up here for flat rides and things like that. We we did start unlocking all the thrill rides and all the gentle rides and things like that. And I was keeping this area down here sort of available because I thought maybe a water coaster would come out, but one never did. Maybe if it hadn't taken so long, I would use the log flume or something. But again, we've spent 6 in-game years building this, so I think that's more than enough time. And you know what? I could put loads of flat rides down, but nobody would care. They're only interested in the coasters. So which one shall we look at first? How about the looping coaster? Clifford's clown car. I don't know where that name come from. It just came to me. So yeah, so this was Clifford's Cliff, another fun scenario from Radrian. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. I'll put a download link in the description for the scenario. I will see you next time. Bye.